Monday's a big day in presidential politics. It's the day of the first presidential debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Hard to know exactly how many Americans will be watching, but it'll be plenty, 70, 80, 90, some people think 100 million people. A lot of the attention is going to be focused, unfortunately, I think, on style rather than substance. Is Donald Trump the rally candidate, the angry candidate, the insulting candidate, or is he the more presidential, more disciplined candidate? And is Hillary Clinton the policy wonk, or is she the one who's going to be expressing outrage at Donald Trump? I'd prefer if a little more attention was focused to some of the substance, and so to that end, I'm going to suggest 5 things I'm hoping will be discussed seriously at the debate tonight. The first one is immigration policy, and I don't just mean the kind of generalities, but what does it really mean to have an immigration policy that fits where America is in 2016, that goes beyond just building a wall or not building a wall, to talk about how do we regulate movement across borders and what kind of refugees does the American public really want to accept these days. Number 2, I would hope that we have a serious conversation between these two candidates about how America is going to pay for infrastructure. Everybody agrees, and these two candidates in particular have said America needs to spend a lot of money to rebuild its roads, its bridges, its airports, its mass transportation. How are you going to pay for that? Third, what's the real alternative to free trade agreements? You have here two candidates who have broken ranks with their predecessors in their respective parties by saying free trade agreements don't really work for the U.S. right now, or it may not work anymore, but what's the alternative? You can't shut down trade. What's the way the U.S. moves forward on trade? Fourth, what do we really need to do to restrain the costs of entitlement programs, of Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid? Not been a topic of much discussion. Neither candidate has talked a lot about this. Donald Trump has broken away, in particular from Republican orthodoxy that says you have to restrain benefits under these entitlement programs, but that can't be the answer forever. So what would they do about entitlement programs? And fifth and finally, what do you do about the violence that's tearing up Syria and creating a dangerous problem for the rest of the world? Syria is being destroyed in a civil war. It's creating a refugee crisis. It's also creating a haven for Islamic State to move in. What would you do about this problem in Syria? Those are 5 areas where I hope there's some serious conversation Monday night.